if we're going to fail, we need to fail as quickly as possible, work through it, and get back on track. For whatever reason, all right, we've decided to introduce this weapon into the event. So our weapon's out of our holster. And maybe we're in a half kneeling position. Now we always want to be on our feet because our feet is what allows us to move. But we may find ourselves, maybe we've had to go in behind some cover to potentially maintain some safety. Maybe we have a weapon malfunction we got to address. Maybe we're out of ammo. We have to go and we've lost sight of that threat. But we found ourselves in what's basically like a half kneeling position. And so unbeknownst to us, maybe we've lost sight of the threat and we've got a very aggressive attacker that's coming. Maybe that attacker is so aggressive, we're unable to get any type of accurate fire. Because if we're not hitting our target, then we're not stopping the threat. So out of curiosity, just go into a kneeling position. All right, so you found yourself in this position here. Now let's just imagine, maybe we're inside of a house. I don't know, but of course we're in a field now, but maybe we're in a house. If I was the threat and I immediately presented myself, like you don't know I'm coming, and right about here you see me, what might an untrained officer do? Like if you're not hitting, maybe this is great. Throw some lead center mass, threat stopped. Also keep in mind, by punching that weapon out, now you've given them potential access to the weapon. Okay, that could be something that could happen. Or imagine if I was an attacker that was 6'2", 250 pounds. If I was running and came around the corner full blast, okay, and you punch out and you miss, then I'm here and I've basically bulldogged you over. Now I could potentially on top of you. So we're going to have 3 variations. We're only going to cover the standard variation, but we also have basically the blocking variation and we have weapon retention variation. We're going to go over standards. I'm going to demonstrate a simple body movement pattern that's going to allow you to create distance, maintain control of your weapon, and then get that weapon back online as quickly as possible to deploy some accurate fire, potentially stopping the threat. Cool? So I'm here. For whatever reason, my weapon is out. I see the threat. I'm bringing the weapon into my core, closer to my core, tucking my elbows, tucking my chin, shifting my weight back onto my back. Assess. Go one more time. Here. I'm bringing the weapon to my core, keeping my elbows tucked, tucking my chin, shifting my hips back, bringing my feet out in front, and assessing or deploying the weapon. Weapon close to my core so I can control it. Gives me better control of this weapon. Elbows tucked so I can protect my elbows when I roll back. Chin's tucked, protecting the back of my head. I'm immediately shifting my hips away from the threat. That allows me to bring my feet out in front. Same concept applies whether it's to your 9 o'clock or your 3 o'clock, even your 6 o'clock. Whatever reason, I think my threat is dead ahead, or maybe I am covering a threat that's dead ahead, and unbeknownst to me, I've got someone on my 9 o'clock coming to attack. Out of my peripheral vision, I catch something that's moving. I'm going to assess by looking. I've decided that that threat is too close in order for me to get to my feet. Remember, this is a Hail Mary. We want to get to our feet and move. We want to get off the X and move. But this represents the attack or the threat is so fast, so large, where it's on top of me, literally. So I have to move into another shooting platform. Standing is not an optimal shooting platform if someone is too close, moving full steam ahead. So I assess, My weapon's close to my core, tucking my elbows. I'm shifting my hips away from the threat that allows me to bring my feet in between me and them. Doesn't matter what leg's posted. Core, tuck my elbows, tuck my chin, shift my hips, getting that weapon online as quickly as possible, all the while creating distance. 3 o'clocks. I've got an attacker coming at the 3 o'clock. Assess. I can't get to my feet. Tuck my chin, tuck my elbows. Shifting my threat is coming from a 3 o'clock. So I'm shifting my hips away. I shift my hips because I want my feet in between me and the attacker. That leads into our second variation of blocking, slowing that threat down even more if need be. It also sets us up to potentially bring them into guard and start controlling them as well. So I'm here, tuck elbows, tucking the chin, shifting the hips away. That allows me to bring my feet in between me and the attacker. 6 o'clock. What if at the very last minute, all you feel is someone tackling you? You're immediately bringing this weapon in, core, because I'm face planting. I have to drive a shoulder. I'd prefer the non-shooting shoulder. We're trying to protect our weapon arm, weapon hand. But hey, you got to take what you can get. You are tucking the chin, and you're rolling into this position. Our goal is to try to create distance, maintain control of the weapon, and then hopefully deploy accurate fire. But this is just a standard variation that sets us up for the blocking variation and the weapon retention variation. Cool? Cool. Come back up. So awesome. Come back up. I've engaged with a threat. Maybe for whatever reason, I've gone to the ground. I have to reload. As I'm here, maybe unbeknownst to me, the threat has came around the corner of this vehicle. And now the threat is so close, I cannot get to my feet. Maybe the threat's 5 feet away. I got less than a half a second to get my handgun online.
Don't look where you don't want to go. But if you shit the bed, if your plan goes south, you got to fail quickly. You got to instantly get your head back in the mix. You have to. In everyday life, no, not every day, but I know that bad shit's going to happen. And I have to remind myself that. And I want to be able to rebound quickly. I want to go right into contingency planning mode. That whole fail quickly versus spending this much time failing or this much time failing. I want to spend as little time failing as possible.